Over the last few weeks, we have witnessed major developments in Afghanistan. So actually the situation continues to evolve at the moment. Let's talk about the developments. With me is the spokesman of the Taliban, Mr. Shaheen. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
My first question is going to be that the Taliban at the moment says it won a clear victory, but I would like to ask, has your movement done homework on a post-war plan?
Yes. We will be focusing on our economy, on education, on creating jobs for our people, on building peace in the country and peaceful coexistence, tolerance among our people. That would be among our priorities after forming a new Afghan inclusive Islamic government, for which the deliberation is continuing among our leadership and all other Afghan politicians and personalities.
Thank you, Mr. Shaheen. At the moment, we see many Afghans leaving the country, possibly causing a brain drain at the moment. So do you have technical people needed for statecraft?
Yes, you are right. Technical people are very much needed for the statecraft, and because when we are going to run a government, there is a need for them. So that is why we have assured them that if they stay in the country, they can lead a normal life, and their property in life is there is no risk and danger to their life, and their life is protected, their property is protected. So that was a general amnesty announced by our leadership. But some of those who are at the airport, they are more economic migrants using this opportunity to resettle in the Western countries, rather than their life being at risk.
Okay. Taliban has been meeting the former Afghanistan government figures as well. So I want to ask, when is a new government is likely to be formed, and what are the biggest challenges in this regard?
We hope the new government to be formed in a few days, next few days, because there is a vacuum of power. It is very much needed that this vacuum should be filled up. But there is a vast consultation among the Afghan politicians and also personalities and different factions. Our leaders are consulting them in order to form a government in which all other personalities, rather than members of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, see themselves and have their participation in future government. So these consultation, as you know, they are going for continuing for the last week, and we hope we reach a conclusion in the next few days.
Do you have any assurances of recognition from Pakistan, China, and Russia, especially?
Yes, we expect them. We have a relation with them, and for the past years, and we expect them because this government is the government of the people of Afghanistan. It has not been imposed by any occupation. So and we hope all those countries they respect the aspiration of the people of Afghanistan, and we are willing to work with them and have cooperation with them in different fields in future.
Are you expecting Turkey to recognize your government?
Yes, sure. We expect all Islamic countries to recognize our government because it is very needed as a part of the Islamic Ummah. We expect all Islamic countries to recognize this government because during the past 20 years our people sacrificed lives not in thousands but in hundreds of thousands of people. Our Afghan people lost their lives in order to have independence. These lives we lost very precious lives, and also we lost our properties for independence. So I hope they know the Islamic countries and other freedom-loving countries the price of the freedom which they also want for their people, for their country. So I think they will respect our struggle and for freedom and recognize that.
Thank you, Mr. Shaheen. Another question is that Zabiullah Mujahid today said, earlier today, he said that Taliban wants good relations with Turkey, but they don't want Turkey to be on the ground at the airport as well. So does that mean this option is off the table at the moment, or is it still open to negotiate?
No, it was when in the past when the Turkey was a part of NATO and was present in Afghanistan as a member of NATO. So because of that, we said when all other members of NATO are withdrawing their forces from Afghanistan, and the US is also withdrawing its forces from Afghanistan, Turkey also should withdraw its forces from the country on the basis of Doha Agreement. But after that, when we have a new government in Afghanistan, they can have relation with us, in cooperation with us in different fields. So these are two separate things.
I see. Thank you, Mr. Shaheen. And I would like to ask how much of a threat is the rebellion by Ahmed Massoud and Emrullah Saleh at the moment? And could they be a part of the new government in the future?
They are, first of all, they were not brought by the people of Afghanistan, but they were brought by occupation. So they as an outcome, as a result of occupation of Afghanistan by foreign forces, the American forces, they reach the corridor of power. Now they are in Panjshir and they are surrounded by our forces. We have the capabilities to take over the area very easily, but we do not want bloodshed and destruction. That is why negotiations are continuing. We hope to reach a peaceful solution. So I think that is good for everyone that they lead a normal life in a new Afghanistan and all together work for the reconstruction of our country.
I see. The Taliban has clearly stated that it wants a country to be governed by Islamic law. So would it extend your economy, and especially when it comes to the global liberal order?
Yes, for Islamic government and Islamic laws, we have sacrificed. The people of Afghanistan have sacrificed their lives and millions, not only in this 20 years, but also against the former Soviet Union. You know, there is a war in Afghanistan for the last 43 years. So during that time, we have lost more than millions of lives. So all these were for establishment of an Islamic government. And regarding that global economy, as you said, already the Islamic laws are operative and have started Islamic banking. In some European countries have started. Islamic countries have started, and there are Islamic banking all over the world, and they have proved that they are the best kind of banking, and they are making progress comparing to other banking system.
Thank you, Mr. Shaheen. I'm sure at the moment Taliban believes it will face much opposition and conspiracies. So I would like to ask how much hopeful you are that your government will succeed this time.
Of course, there are challenges, we know. And even before that, before 20 years, there were challenges when our country was occupied, not by one country, but by 54 countries. There were a lot of challenges to us and hurdles, obstacles in our way, comparing to the present time. But with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and our people, we were able to overcome all those challenges. And we hope and believe in the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and also in our hardworking people and our honest effort that we will, inshallah, overcome all these challenges in future.
My last question is going to be about Daesh, Mr. Shaheen. Daesh has been attacking Taliban in the past. So do you think they will try to destabilize the Taliban government, and how you will deal with them?
Yeah, it is no question. They will try to cause destabilize our country. But one thing I can say that the Daesh in Afghanistan is not an Afghan phenomena. It is a foreign phenomena. Mm-hmm. So they have no roots among the people of Afghanistan. And because of this, their brutalities, I can say, or the horrendous incidents that they carried out in the past, the people do not like them. They do not have support of the people. So they will not be able to carry out any kind of operation against an Islamic government because the occupation is finished. There is Islamic government. They will not have any Islamic justification, any kind of justification to carry out their activities. So that's why I am sure they will not have space in Afghanistan.
Thank you for taking the time out for answering these questions, Mr. Shaheen.